All right, welcome everyone back to the Hardcount Heroes Fantasy Show, the Week 13 edition. I'm your host, Jarrett, and I am joined by Nick, Bryce, and Dalton again this week. And we are rapidly advancing upon the playoffs, and the playoff race is getting tight, so we're going to get into the results from Week 13 very soon. But before that, we have a few things to cover. First, our official Discord is open now for viewers to join. Just go through the link in our Instagram, the link tree, and then click that, and then click the Discord option, and you should be able to join our server. Then we could talk some football with you and just talk fantasy, all that fun stuff. We want to be able to communicate with the viewers, so if you would do that, we'd really appreciate it. Secondly, we recently had a TikTok do very well on our page, so we may have some new viewers to the show right now, so I'd like to welcome everyone. And if you're new, I recommend you go back to episode 1 and where we explain the concept of the league, and you can kind of get a feel for what is going on here. So lastly, if you're looking to get the scoop on all this week's premier games, go check out Primetime Rundown, hosted by me and Dalton. We go over the Monday, Thursday, and Sunday night football games each week and give our predictions. A little shorter form content. It's about 10 minutes, so it doesn't take too long to view. So if you want to get some in-depth analysis about that, go check out that show. Okay, with that being said, I think we're ready to get into the Week 12 games. So this week was pretty important in shaping the landscape of our league right now, I think. So the first one I want to get into is my game against Cameron, Back to the Future, taking on Judge Judy. And I won by less than 5 points, 149.4 to 144.6. And it feels good. I'm 2-0 against Cameron this year, and it was close, but we got it done.
Yes, sir, Jarrett. We're fucking 2-0 against that fucker.
Testosterone is raging.
Let's go. Fuck Cameron. Me and Jarrett, we're the boys. We're 2-0. Fuck you, Cameron. I hope you're listening to this.
Yeah, Mr. Highest points for in the league is currently 5-7 right now.
Loser.
Looking into that game, my lineup, I could have scored a max of 189 points if I would have made the right decisions throughout the lineup. But on my bench, I had a couple of players that kind of popped off, and my last flex spot was really kind of a toss-up. So I decided to roll with Christian Kirk and James Conner in my flex, and James Conner actually played well. He put up 21. But Christian Kirk was lackluster against the Ravens. I thought he was going to carry over the momentum from the Chiefs game where he put up 30. He only put up 8, and looked like Zay Jones got the majority of the targets there. And then Chris Godwin on my bench put up 29. Rashad White, who I should have started, put up 19. Olave, I made the right decision not to start him. He only put up 11. And Travis Etienne got a foot injury. So, and I've heard something that he could have went back into that game, but they decided to not play him, so he wouldn't hurt his foot anymore. But he should be back next week, so I'm not super concerned about that. And T. Higgins is on a roll. He has 24, and Nick Folk put up 15. And Justin Jefferson, I love him. I could just say that. Justin Jefferson, I love him so much. If he wasn't on the Vikings, I would buy his jersey, but I just can't bring myself to wear a Vikings jersey as a Packers fan. But Jay Jettis, he's the GOAT, man. I love him so much. He's awesome. So then
I like how he does like really poorly last week and it suddenly fucking goes off again.
Dude, like he has his down weeks like everyone does, but he pops off nonstop.
He's pretty inconsistent, but when he starts like getting those days, like he goes off.
I think he's the best receiver in the league.
I think he is.
He makes Kirk Cousins look good. I just had a debate with one of my coworkers about this a couple of days ago. He's a Vikings fan, and he was trying to say that Kirk was better than Aaron Rodgers, but me and Cameron were talking, and Justin Jefferson makes Kirk Cousins look good.
Yeah,
he makes Kirk Cousins look elite. It's crazy. But back to the matchup. Dalvin Cook only put up 9.4 for Cameron. Travis Kelce and Mahomes were kind of human. They still played decently, but Mahomes was under projections by 5 points, and Travis Kelce under projection by 4. Still not a bad game for them, but I kind of needed that. Amon-Ra St. Brown looked really good against the Bills with 27 points. And Cameron really regrets trading Josh Jacobs to Dalton. I'll tell you that right now. He's told me that.
Oh yeah, I kind of regret trading him to
Fuck yeah, he does.
Cameron.
Yeah, Josh Jacobs got passed around, and I bet everyone really regrets it, except
I
for Dalton,
mean,
because now he's kind of
not really me.
popping off. Well, not you. You're 10-2, but Mr.
I don't regret it.
Yeah, exactly. So Cameron's now fighting for a playoff spot. He's 5-7.
Yeah, fuck you, Cameron.
Exactly. So
Imagine being 5-7.
Could be me.
What, you?
Oh shit.
What, you?
It couldn't be me.
You know what? Let's go into your
Anyways.
matchup next then, Dalton. 50 Shades of Trade taking on Big Ben Sexton.
Ah, fuck.
You won this game 176.94 to 163.26. And Josh Jacobs, like I was just talking about, went up for 48 points, and he was
Jesus,
our week 12
fucking-
player of the week. That was nuts. Holy shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
y'all doubted me. Nope. Ooh,
No,
Flash
I
affected
didn't.
my team.
I did. I know I wasn't here for the last
Second highest score of
podcast.
my year.
I wasn't here for the last podcast, but to be honest, I think everyone won. All the winners were kind of like my picks. So nice to see you guys win.
Let me guess.
Should've,
You chose your picks after the games were done?
Maybe, but we don't talk about that.
Dalton, do you even really
Yeah, that's what
blame
I
us for picking against you, though? You traded away a lot of your star players, and it looked like you were
No.
tanking for next year, but you won.
I really
somehow.
don't.
They
But
popped
I'm
off.
really happy with how it turned out. I got my junior fireman sticker.
Yeah, there you go. Put out the fire, baby. Grab the right tank, like we were talking about last episode. Dalton,
It was really confusing though.
do you want to
Yeah.
thank Nick for having you pick up Trevor Lawrence?
Yes, sir. Fucking. Am I gonna get a thank you?
I do owe you. I would not have won this week if you didn't help me with my QB situation.
Who'd you have before? Was it Rodgers?
No.
No, it was someone else.
No.
It was
I
Mariota.
don't
It was
remember.
Mariota.
Oh,
yeah.
Mariota.
And I was like,
Yeah. So Trevor Lawrence was good for you. He had 24.94. Curtis Samuel only had one. The only I think kind of bad part about your lineup was him. And the Dolphins defense popped off. They had quite a bit too.
But again,
and he
that
didn't
was
get
against the Texans.
any receptions.
Yeah, he only had rushing yards.
Who uses a wide receiver as just a running back?
Apparently the
What
Commanders.
the fuck?
But the Commanders are kind of a Mickey Mouse franchise, so who really gives a shit? So then Cooper's lineup. Tay,
Well, I
Jonathan
do when
Taylor's
I have
back.
a player.
He put up 19. Tyler Higbee put up a goose egg for him. Miles Sanders had 31. He looked really
Yes.
good against the Packers. If you listen to Primetime Rundown, Dalton predicted that Miles
Mhm.
Sanders was going to pop off, and he did. So props to you on that one, Dalton. And
Yes, sir.
he just came up a little bit short. Cooper just kind of came up short. He really had a good week too, but Dalton was just better this week. So Dalton goes up to
Somehow.
5-7. Cooper is 7-5
Yeah.
now. So
But
we'll move
now
into-
that leaves the first like 3 spots for playoffs. Actually, well, second and third, because now he's 7-5. He's tied with you, Jarrett.
yeah,
So like that kind of opened things up. Like
I
if
will
he
say
was
that
if he
the
won
playoffs
this
are still
week,
really open.
yeah, it's definitely still open.
Yeah, I want to
Like,
get a little bit more into that later, but
you can even get a second standing in the playoffs. You get a second seed.
exactly, I could. All right, so we'll move on to the next matchup then. Double Golf Cup
On that
taking
note.
on Nick's Chubb. Nick, you won this game 135.52 to 129.9. Josh Allen went off for 30. The rest of your lineup was kind of pedestrian, but I guess they got the job done.
Got the job done. That's all we need.
How much points did Justin Tucker have?
14. He was like he was pretty much, I think it was the memes you started posting. Remember? It was
Yeah.
literally just Justin Tucker.
Dude,
Like he was the whole team.
some not happy people about the Lamar slander. It was hilarious.
Yeah, it's fucking weird. That was the post that went off.
Yeah, the Ravens slander post was the one that really popped off, and it was hilarious. A lot of people upset about the Lamar slander. But I have no regrets. I think it
Oh,
was
but
funny.
the comments are great. I mean, come on.
But so then let's get into CMC. Looks like he's having knee
Ooh,
problems.
yeah.
What do you expect from him, Nick? Do you think I know he's going to play this week? Do you think that's going to become an issue coming into the fantasy playoffs or no?
I don't think so. I think he's gonna continue to do his thing. Just a
Yep.
rough week last week, and I think he's gonna be okay. I think he's a good player to have, especially during the playoffs and the championship. So see what happens.
Yeah. So Nick, you had the lowest amount of points in a win this week. And I'm just going to pose this question to Dalton and Bryce. Is Nick fraudulent or no?
Yes.
If I was fraudulent, I wouldn't be 10-2.
I'm saying
Just
coming
look at
down to
Nick,
the stretch
Let's
here,
just
though, are
say
you going to get the job
the
done?
real fraud is fucking Cameron. He high scoring team. Let me say this right now. High scoring team. How the fuck is he in like first place right now? And I'm fraudulent.
I don't know. I mean, if you ask
I'm
Cameron,
gonna be honest. I'm gonna be 100% honest with you. Some of these games I'm lucky in. Some of these games I just show up. So
yeah,
it really depends. But I'm 10-2. Other people think I'm a fraud. I think I'm ready. It's just a game. So
pretty much. So you move up to 10-2. Dyson, unfortunately, drops to 5-7. He's gone all the way from second place in the league to 7th now. So
and
he also has a shot at playoffs.
let me talk about Mr. Dyson over here.
Rip him a new one.
He started. I think he started 4-0. 4-0.
Yeah.
Everyone thought that me and him were going to be the top players of this league. Now he's 5-7. He's on a 5-game losing streak.
Unreal.
Like, how the fuck is your team do so good, but then be so bad at the end? It's like it's not even funny. It's fucking. He's fucking 5-7. He's 7th place.
You know what? And I'm kind of glad you called that out too, because I feel like that's something that's flown under the radar is that Dyson is on a 5-game losing streak. And as a fantasy owner,
welcome to the club.
That's just pitiful. Well, at least you haven't
that's
lost.
Just sad.
Well, actually, you lost 6 games throughout the start of the season, but now you've kind of turned it around. You at least won some games, but 5 games in a row, and we haven't really talked about it. You know, that's nuts.
And Dyson thinks he can hide from us.
To go to the bathroom.
Oh, we're talking about your team next year. We're gonna
Oh,
go.
yeah.
Okay.
Let's do that right now. Let's do Watson's Massage Parlor taking on Jordan's Nut. 121.14 to 158.52. Greg won this one. Greg goes to 6-6. Bryce is 3-9. So Greg gets back on track, and Bryce, you are not looking good, my friend.
I think it's there's still a little bit of chance right there, but you lose this week, it's over. I'm gonna be honest, it's over for you.
Let me break out this scenario for you here.
I know. I'm just really upset on how my team performed. It was literally dog shit.
Hey, you got next year. Like you got picked.
7 points. George Kittle, 7. George Kittle, 7 points. Deebo Samuel,
5.6 actually.
Yeah, see, underperforming piles of dog shit.
Fair enough.
You got Kyler Murray.
At least P. Ryan proved to be valuable. He put up 19?
Perrine performed.
Jalen Hurts torched the Packers for Greg. He put up 29. Ramondre Stevenson was efficient. DJ Moore had a surprisingly good game with Sam Darnold at quarterback. And
surprise.
Adam Thielen was good too. He had 21. So I think that might be Adam Thielen's best game so far this year.
Yeah, it's Jefferson show.
Yeah,
pretty much in Minnesota. I mean, good for him. But to be honest, this is probably different podcast material right here. But I think he's going to go to a different team next year. They're going to trade him away.
What, Thielen?
Yeah.
Oh, I wouldn't doubt it. I think that's pretty on the nose, man. I don't think they need to keep him around. They got KJ Osborne that isn't that bad.
Exactly.
And if they want a second piece to Jefferson, then probably could draft someone or free agent market, wheel and deal.
And they're pretty good at drafting wide receivers. Like Minnesota, they got Diggs. Diggs is really good. Yeah. And now they have Jefferson. I think they're a really good wide receiver drafting team. So yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if Thielen gets traded and they get a pick for him.
Yeah, I think that would probably be the best route for Minnesota to go with that. But we'll have to wait and see how that one goes. So Bryce is now 3-9, like I said. Greg is 6-6. He's right in there in the playoff mix. Actually, he's 4th right now in the league. So to go into player of the week, I don't think there's really a doubt in anyone's mind that Josh Jacobs is the player of the week. 48 points.
Oh yeah.
That's unreal. And crushing defeat over the Seahawks there, Nick. How does that one feel?
Doesn't matter. I'm 10-2. I don't need the Seahawks.
You don't need the
10-2.
Seahawks to succeed?
Nah, I'm just kidding. Nah, it is what it is. It was pretty disappointing with that defense, but I'm so proud of them. You know, everyone thought the Seahawks were gonna be a goose egg, but we're still up there. So gotta move on.
So how come you had no word to say when I sent you that Josh Jacobs clip and I said Seahawks moment, and then you were just like, he had no words.
Anyways, let's continue on this podcast.
No comment, huh?
So you're telling me you can have an ego so big you're flying away, but when you come up to one player against your team, it's fucking pops.
Here we go. Fucking.
So tell us, Nick. Tell us how you feel.
5-7's talking. Literally helped your team.
Here we go again. Here we go.
You know what? Fuck you, Dalton. I'm gonna fucking beat you this week. Yeah. I don't care. You can
probably will.
I probably will. Yeah, damn right I will. I'm 10-2. You know what? We'll save it until we do our week 13 matchups. Then I'll go even more off.
You're gonna lose in the first round of playoffs this year.
And
then your team's gonna suck next year.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll clip this. I will clip this.
I bet you will. Fucking clip it.
Wait till I fucking win. I'll clip this.
I'm saying you gotta win it all this year, otherwise you're a fraud. That's what I'm saying.
I'm gonna fucking win. I'll clip this.
Yeah, okay.
This is gonna be in a fucking post soon.
Yeah, I'm sure it is. I'm gonna make a fucking trash meme about it. All right.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so like we were talking about after we went on this little tangent.
What was it? Player of the week? Yeah, Josh Jacobs.
Josh Jacobs. Honorable mentions to Miles Sanders, Jalen Hurts, and Josh Allen. So then we'll roll right into waiver wire ads. This week we had 9 claims made and then a little bit of extra pizzazz after that. So the hot piece out there was Christian Watson, who Cooper surprisingly dropped, but he reclaimed him. He got him. I had a claim in on him. Nick, you had a claim on him. Cooper had a claim on him, but he got him back.
Walker.
Yeah, I was hoping I could scoop him up there, but came up a little short. Dalton picked up the Packers defense, dropped the Dolphins defense. I kind of recommended that one to you. Bears, if Justin Fields is still out, I don't really trust them to produce it all with Trevor fucking Siemian at quarterback. That guy sucks. And then Nathan Peterman behind him. I don't really expect them to do much. I picked up the Browns defense because they're playing the Texans, and then I dropped the Broncos defense.
It's spicy.
Because Cameron's fucking Broncos let me down again. I mean, should anyone really be surprised?
Don't be surprised.
Yeah, exactly. It's the fucking Broncos. And if you have a Broncos player in your fucking lineup, fucking
They're
get
not
them off.
doing anything. Yeah, exactly. That team is a shithole. I just heard today that I know we always come back to this Russell Wilson thing, but Russell Wilson's wife Sierra threw a birthday party for him, and only half the team showed up.
That.
Russell Wilson's
the team showed up.
The kid who at the pizza party that he has this big bash for, and then no one shows up, and he sits there and eats his pepperoni pizza alone and cries.
His cold slice of pepperoni pizza.
They bring out a cake.
Country?
The worker brings out a cake. He sets it down and he goes, "Oh, here you go, kid."
Another fuck you to Cameron.
Yeah, Russell Wilson's
your fucking
kind of
fantasy team sucks. Your real life team sucks. What else sucks?
That happened for the Broncos. Nick, you picked up the 49ers defense. Pretty solid move there. Although they were playing the Dolphins, who have a good offense. So what's the deal there? Are you still running the 49ers D?
I'm still running the 49ers. I think they could still get sacks and interceptions from Tua, but we'll see what happens.
Cameron then picked up Van Jefferson, kind of the only wide receiver there for the Rams now, who's kind of reliable. Dropped Latavius Murray. Dalton, you picked up Zay Jones and dropped Rondale Moore. I like that pickup. Zay Jones, like I said before, saw a lot of targets, and now they're going to play a bad Lions defense. So I would expect big production from the Jaguars offense on all ends, honestly. So I re-got Garrett Wilson after I picked up George Pickens last week, and I dropped Pickens now. Of course, when I get rid of Garrett Wilson, he has a 24-point game against the Bears, so he's a nice stash on the bench for me. Maybe if I needed him to go in after some injuries or something like that. Hopefully he can produce. He's been good this year, I'd say, but he's been streaky. Games I need him to show up, he's done bad, but like when I have him on my bench, he's kind of good. It was like he's kind of like a more mellowed out Mike Williams to me. The same scenario where you put him in, he does bad. Put him on your bench, he pops off. But I wouldn't say the same principles apply. So, Nick, it looks like you also made a second claim for the Vikings defense, but then you ended up dropping them. Was that just if you didn't get the 49ers?
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Yeah, I kind of figured that's what it was. Cameron picked up a kicker, Michael Badgley, the guy who missed a field goal against the Bills last week when Jim Nance jinxed him.
That was
I don't know if you
hilarious.
saw that, yeah. And then you picked up Mac Hollins. I don't know why, but he reminds me of like a cartoon character, bro. Look at his hair. He look. Oh, I know what he looks like. He looks like Sideshow Bob from The Simpsons.
He does. He
Low-key.
does.
Mac Hollins looked like Sideshow Bob. It's unreal. But yeah, that
You're
was
not
all
wrong
our
on that one.
all our waiver wire pickups. Hopefully, he plays football better than him. But let's So I was talking about the last couple weeks about how we were going to talk about keepers. This is something I talked about like 3 shows ago. I hinted at it, and we never got around to it just because we've had so much going on in the league. But now is the time we're going to talk about possible keepers. So we've had some time to mellow over it. I'll take a quick second to explain. Our league is a 8-man fantasy scoring PPR keeper league, and we do 1 keeper. So going into next year, we'll be able to keep 1 person from our current team, and they will carry over to our next team while sacrificing the draft pick for that player. So we've had some time to assess our lineups. We're coming up to the fantasy playoffs. And who do you guys think is a possible keeper option on your team?
Josh Allen.
And why?
Because it's Josh fucking Allen.
Well,
He's like my highest scoring. It's like my highest scoring player.
So the thing is here now too. Nick, you took him, I believe, pretty early. But you don't draft till the 7th round. So how is that going to work?
I don't know.
We're either
We'll
going to have
figure it
to
out.
penalize you and remove the 7th round draft pick, or we're going to have to do some switching around. See, the only downside of doing a keeper league with draft picks is that when people lose draft picks and you want your keeper to be from a round you no longer possess, then that's when things get a little hairy. So we're going to have to look into that next year. But
I might have multiple draft picks taken away from me.
Yeah, maybe going into next year, we might need to institute a rule that you need to keep your you need to have
pick.
The value of whoever got drafted a pick in the same round. So
we're still pretty new with this keeper thing. So
this is our first time doing a keeper league. I like it as a concept. I think it adds an extra element to the league.
Yeah.
But
trade values of draft picks are way more higher now on like if you just
exactly.
So draft picks actually matter.
So we got to be able to kind of work around that. Dalton, I'm pretty sure I know who you want to keep as a keeper, but would you like to say it for the show?
I'm keeping Tyreek Hill for next season. And sacrificing a 2nd round pick.
Yeah, I mean Tyreek Hill's been pretty good this year. I can't even blame you there. So with my team, I kind of want to keep Justin Jefferson, but I took him in the 1st round. So I don't know if I want to sacrifice my 1st round pick. And when I think value, I think the thing you want to do in a keeper league is actually get the best value you can out of a player. So a player that kind of popped off, who got took in the later rounds, and then you can take him and you'll still only sacrifice that later round pick. So if Travis Etienne finishes the season strong, he's definitely a high candidate for my keeper. I took him in the 7th round this year, and sacrificing a 7th round draft pick for a player with a higher ADP for next year, I'm perfectly fine with. And if not, then Saquon Barkley, who I acquired from you, Dalton, definitely comes to mind as a possible keeper. He got taken in the 4th round this year in our 8-man league, and his value will probably be pretty high next year. So he's definitely on my radar. Bryce, do you have an idea who you want to
Yes.
use as a keeper at all?
Not really. I'm not gonna lie. I have to look because I've done so many like pretty shitty trades over the season that
Oh yeah, we know.
I have to look and see who even my original team was. I mean, I might keep Jonathan Taylor, but he's been injured all year, so
Well,
I
Jonathan
don't
Taylor's
know.
not on
I
your
have to
roster
look
anymore.
into it.
I would, if I were you, I like Aaron Jones as a keeper. That's not a bad thing.
Yeah,
I forget what round
I
you
gotta
took
look
him in,
into
but
it. That's all.
yeah. Obviously, we still got a lot of time. Keepers don't really need to be picked until like a couple weeks before next year's draft. And we're also going to implement 2 new teams next year. So they'll probably be able to select a keeper from the available player pool, and it'll just go off of what year they got draft or what position they got drafted last year. And if they didn't get drafted last year, it will go off of their ADP. So that'll be fun. Get some new people into the mix. We're looking forward to it. But that's our rundown of the keepers. Uh, I'm looking to maybe do a great value keeper post. Not like the brand, but great values of keepers to post on the Instagram and TikTok. So keep your eyes out for that. Let's roll into the quick playoff outlook. So we have 2 weeks until the fantasy playoffs start in week 15 for us. The current standings in the league go as follows. Nick is on top at 10-2. And in second place is Cooper at 7-5. In third place is me at 7-5. In fourth place is Greg at 6-6. In fifth place is Cameron at 5-7. In sixth place at 5-7 is also Dalton. And then at seventh place and 5-7 is Tyson. And then at eighth place, Bryce at 3-9. So this is going to get hairy. I'm going to say that.
Yeah, it's still really close. There's a lot.
I am not officially a lock for playoffs yet, and no one is except for Nick right now. No one is a lock for playoffs. I need to either beat Bryce this week or beat Nick the following week that I'm in. Cooper needs to do the same against his 2 teams he plays. And then for teams like Cameron, Dalton, and Dyson, you guys are going to need to win out, and
We need to win out.
have either Greg lose a couple of games or me to lose games. Like I need to lose both games, and then you guys would need to win both games. So Greg is sitting kind of pretty at 6-6. He's not a lock, but he's got a game up on everyone else. So if he can finish the season with probably a win or even 2, he's probably in. So definitely pretty hairy, I'd say. So Nick, you're the only
That's
one
what
who's
she
a
said.
lock for play. Nick, you're the only one who's a lock for playoffs. How does it feel to be in already?
I knew I was already in.
Wow, what a cocky shit.
What
What a cocky shit.
I knew I was in when I went 6-0. I was like, yeah, I'm already in it.
Do you feel any sense of relief?
Actually, yeah, I do. It doesn't really matter if I lose out now. Like I don't
Especially
really care.
that you have
It's all
the
about
1 seed
playoffs.
locked up now.
Yeah. So I'm pretty far away from everyone. So I'm really not afraid. But
yeah,
if I was in your guys' position, I'd be fucking terrified. Like it's still a really close. Like
it definitely
this is pretty much everyone fight. It's literally a battle royale of everybody just fighting for a
Yeah.
playoff spot right now. It's way too fucking close.
Yeah, your playoff odds that you posted before definitely have changed quite a bit now, I would say.
Oh yeah. I'll
Bryce,
definitely post an update.
You're at
pretty soon.
3-9 right now. There is still a chance you can not take last.
Yeah,
You
there
need
is. There is.
One of the 3 teams who are 5-7 to lose out, and then you need to end up putting up more points than them. That might be doable with Dyson. So if your team can buckle down here, you might have a shot at not wearing the cow costume. It might be Dyson. So how do you feel about that?
And let's not forget that Dyson was never in talks of wearing a cow costume.
He was not.
Now he is.
Dude, he's fell off so hard.
He fucking, like I
Unreal.
said, started off 4-0 and now fucking loses 5 in a row.
Homeboys fell off hard. Yeah. Dalton, how do you feel about your team being 5-7 after you trade away everyone and you're in the 6th spot in the playoff race? Do you feel like you're going to make it in?
Me? Personally, I don't know.
No.
Well, talking to Dalton, but
definitely not you. We already know
I'm
it's
so
not you.
glad we got that information from you 2 weeks ago. So I'm just more focused on next season. But I mean, if I can make it in,
Hey,
I'll
no,
definitely
that's
piss
the
off
wrong
Cameron if
mindset to have.
he doesn't.
That is the wrong mindset to
I
have.
kind of
my
only
friend.
want to make it in
Fuck
so
next
Cameron
year.
doesn't, because Cameron would be pissed.
you definitely would be.
Yeah, don't
I really
Don't
want to
have
make
that
it in and keep
mindset.
Cameron out.
don't have that mindset where you're just focusing on next year. You're still in it. You just need a fight.
I didn't think
But let's
Dalton
not
would still be
forget-
in the hunt right now. That's what I would have thought.
Well, let's not forget, I have to. Still, in one of my last 2 weeks, I play a 3-9 team and a 10-2 team. So the odds of me winning out are already slim.
It's doable, though.
You never know. It's doable. The numbers don't lie. There's a
league is-
chance.
With our league being so small at 8 teams, the talent gap, or like the perceived ability gap, is not as far as it would be in like a team that's 14 leagues or something more deeper like that. A lot of the teams are a lot closer than we think.
Yeah.
And but that's just personally what I think about the league. So gonna be a hairy week 13 we're coming into here. Let's talk the week 13 matchups then. So to go over our prediction records, we still all are under a winning prediction record. We're not in the positives at all, but I'm close. I'm at 13-14. Dalton is at 7-10. Dyson's at 0-3. Cameron's at 7-11. Bryce is at 10-14, and Nick is at 10-14. First one we'll talk is 50 Shades of Trey taking on Double Golf Cup. Since we got you guys right here. So the percentage right now is a 50-50
You're taking
split.
an L, Dalton. Screw you.
I know. Oh, Nick, I am aware.
Yeah.
All right. Tell me something I don't know.
I'm not doing this. Oh, I'm gonna lose shit. I'm gonna fucking beat you.
Ooh, cocky Nick.
Josh Jacobs, ass. He's gonna be ass this week.
How are you gonna say he's ass when
Who,
he just put
me?
up 48
He's gonna be
points?
Why
ass this
I
week.
decided to
Josh
tank.
Jacobs is
Cameron.
ass. I don't care if he's gonna be ass this week. And
Oh yeah, no doubt.
I'm gonna win.
With putting up 48
Oh, yeah.
last week.
Oh yeah, he's gonna fucking put up 8.
He's playing the Chargers though.
I don't care. He's putting 8.
I've already
He's literally on
accepted
the
my
Las
fate,
Vegas
so,
Raiders.
Nick, I wish you the best.
Oh, here we go with this.
Oh, here we go with this fucking bullshit again.
Mhm.
Here we go with this
Shut
bullshit
your ass
again.
up.
You know what? Nick's winning this week by 30. Bryce, what do you got?
I got Nick.
Hey, there we
Fuck
go.
yeah. Fuck
Dalton,
yeah, you
can't
do.
be confident in your own team.
Mhm.
I can't pick you.
Yeah, fuck you.
I don't like that Nick's overly. See, there's a fine line between.
Fair enough.
To quote Bryce from the early episodes, there's a fine line between cocky
we
and
gotta put this on a
confidence.
shirt.
Yes, there's a fine line between cocky and confidence, and Nick is kind of over the edge. He's kind of in the cocky zone, where Dalton's on like the opposite end of the spectrum, where he's just like too timid at all. He doesn't believe in his team at all.
Yeah.
But I'll go with the borderline cocky and
Mhm.
confidence with Nick this week. He's winning by 30.
Yeah.
So next matchup we'll talk about then. Another very important matchup this week. Judge Judy taking on Jordan's Nut. Two teams that are in the playoff race. Cameron at 5-7. Greg at 6-6. Cameron, Mr. Highest points for, is projected to win 165-137. He's got some okay matchups this week. Greg, though, has the momentum rolling. Not going to lie to you. He has the momentum rolling after just winning last week. And Nick, how do you feel about this matchup?
Like I said before, and I'm gonna say it again. Fuck you, Cameron. I'm choosing Greg.
Okay.
Fucking highest scoring team in the league. Shut your ass up. Fucking Greg's gonna fucking beat you.
All right. Strong words. Bryce, who do you have?
Yes.
I got Greggy Poo.
Greggy Poo.
Fuck Cameron.
Yeah.
Greggy Poo hype train is rolling, baby.
Fuck you, Cameron. This is the Fuck Cameron podcast.
Dalton, who do you have?
Anyways.
Dalton, who do you have?
Speak, boy.
Oh, my audio cut out. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no
guys.
shit.
Technical difficulties on my end. I'm going with Greg on this one. Whether I'm right or not, I'm going with Greg.
Yeah. Fuck
Just 'cause I
Cameron.
don't like Cameron.
Yeah. Fuck yeah. Oh, I love this podcast.
Cameron is currently in the playoff hunt. And if I learned anything from Cameron's real life deer season, is that he's going to end up with nothing. Greg's winning this fucking game, boys.
Yeah. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Fuck
sweep
you,
for Greg.
Cameron. Fuck you.
Let's go. Let's go.
Clip this shit.
And
The
your
Greg
Broncos.
hype train's on the roll. It's on the tracks and it's steaming, baby. It's coming down the
Yes,
tracks.
sir.
Greg's making his way into the playoffs. It's happening. All right.
Fuck you, Cameron. We're that fucking cow caution piece of shit.
Okay. Next
Greg's
matchup.
Broncos
gonna
country.
do it again.
Let's ride.
He's gonna go from bottom to top.
Let's talk my team, Back to the Future, taking on Watson's Massage Parlor. Bryce, this is a very important game for me.
Sorry, Bryce.
Also a very important game for you. But I need to win this to get into the playoffs and lock myself in. I have some tough matchups. ETN is questionable. Lamar is playing Denver. Justin Jefferson against the Jets. Saquon Barkley against Washington. So there is a chance I lose this week, but I think I'm going with Chris Godwin again. He's going to hopefully produce like he did last week, so we'll have to see. But Bryce, how do you feel about your team in this matchup?
We're just gonna see how it goes because my team is really week to week. It seems like everyone is questionable on my team. So
Yeah.
I really am just gonna throw it out in the air. I mean, if Jarrett has a bad week, then I might barely beat him. If not, then it's gonna be close no matter
He just
what.
accepted it. Just accept it. You're gonna lose. I'm gonna be honest
Wow,
with you.
you can,
Yeah,
I'm gonna be
fuck you.
honest with you, Bryce.
you can hear the defeat.
Bryce, I knew I had hope for you before, but
Wow.
I mean, I don't think you're gonna
Fucking
beat Jarrett.
prick.
No.
Last
You're not
time
gonna
I
beat
talked to
Jarrett.
you.
Wow.
Yeah, you're not gonna beat Jarrett. Jarrett has a really good team.
It's like
So,
I just witnessed a dad disapproving of his son and just accepting he's
Choosing
not
the
going to
other
be a
side.
college football star. The disappointment and the resentment in that was just something else. Dalton, who do you predict to win?
Nothing. Just fucking say it.
Say tie.
Dalton.
Oh
Can
my
you
god,
hear
future
us?
Jarrett. Future Jarrett, who's editing this right now, is fucking so pissed off
I
that
am
he has to edit
future
this.
Jarrett's probably fucking punching his fist
He's
through a
like,
wall
why
right
the
now.
fuck is he not talking?
He's taking a pencil and stabbing
Hello?
it into his eyeballs. Yes, go ahead.
I voted for Bryce last week and he let me down. But Jared didn't. So I'm gonna vote
Well,
Jared
all
again
my
this
players
week.
let you down.
Damn.
So fuck
Jared's
off.
gonna win this game.
Both your dads are disappointed in you.
Back to
Well,
the
I don't
future.
know my dad, so
Playoff
I do
bound,
know
baby.
him, but like he doesn't seem to like want to care. So
Right.
On
well,
that note, Nick, who do you
On
got
that
winning
note,
this game?
personal talks in the Hardcount Heroes Fantasy Podcast.
Jesus.
It's
Hey,
that.
Bryce, if you need help with that, me and Nick know a phone number you can call.
yeah, 1-800 go fuck yourself.
So anyways,
No,
Jared,
he's
who's your
using an
pick?
Expiring.
Okay.
Actually, no, this
I'm
is
a
your game.
kindergartner.
Fuck you.
Last matchup. Are we ready? All right, last matchup.
There's a lot.
The 5-game losing streak. Nick's Chubb takes on Big Ben's Sexton, who is at 7-5. And yeah. I mean, I can look at the matchup quick. No, you know what?
No, you don't have to fucking look.
No.
Let's be honest.
No, you know what?
Let's
This
be
is the
fucking
week
honest.
Dyson ends his losing streak. He's winning this
No,
week.
no.
Just look at the matchups, bro. Look at the matchups.
No.
Eckler
No,
versus
don't
the
even-
Raiders. Nick Chubb versus
Nah.
Houston. Joe Burrow
Nah.
versus the Chiefs.
Fuck no.
Tony Pollard versus Indy. Mike Evans versus New Orleans. I don't like. But Pat Fryermuth versus the Atlanta Falcons. This is the week Dyson finally
No.
wins again and snaps his 5-game losing streak.
No, he's going 5-8.
That's
He's
your
going
hot take of the
5-8.
week. That's your hot take of the week. All right.
Fucking hot. Yeah. Fucking spicy.
It's spicy. Dalton, who do you have?
I gotta agree with Jarrett on this one. I think Dyson's gonna snap out of it this week and finally put up a dub. I'm gonna vote Dyson.
Hype train, baby. Bryce, who do you got?
It's Dyson. Who is it? I'm doing some work right now.
Bryce or not
Dyson
Bryce?
Versus
Dyson taking on
Ben?
Cooper.
I mean Cooper?
Yeah.
Well, let me look.
Come on, Bryce. There's no way it's Dyson. Come on.
You know, all the matchups are
Bryce, I'd vote
Miles Sanders. Miles Sanders.
What?
Yeah. Miles Sanders.
This is an outrage.
I'm going with Coop Dog.
Wow. Okay. So clean split in that game. This is an outrage. I'll tell you what. This is a goddamn outrage.
No, it's not. It's fucking true. It's Dyson's gonna be 5-8. Fucking sucks.
Oh yeah. Is that what you think? Well, okay.
Yeah.
We'll have to
you
wait
gotta
and
take
see.
it from. We'll have to wait till next next show.
Yeah. You'll fucking wait and see. All right. Okay.
I like how it's not even your team. You're like,
I just believe in Dyson this week. All right. I just believe in him this week.
Fucking disappointed me when he went on a 5-game losing streak after being 4-0.
Well, shit happens. What do you do? Okay. I think that pretty much wraps up our show today. To reiterate, go check out our Discord. Go to the Instagram, go to the link tree, click on the Discord, and you can give us your hot takes in the public Discord. We'll also have some announcements about the brand in there, and we'll be able to talk about all fun stuff like that. Maybe if you want to talk shit about Dyson on a 5-game losing streak, go ahead and do that. If you want to talk shit about
join me.
You know. So once again, if you're new to the show, welcome. We hope you enjoyed this episode. Go check out episode 1. And you know what? While you're at it, might as well just go watch all of them. And then check out Primetime Rundown. You get more analysis on this. We're going to have another show out pretty soon. It's coming out soon.
It's a surprise.
Very big surprise. So, on that note, what are our last words, boys?
Fuck you, Cameron.
We need a cooking show.
Let's
fucking end it. No, fuck this guy. This fucking guy said cooking show.
Yes. Remember, Hardcount Heroes Fantasy Show. Your home for family issues and cooking.